circuit. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, George Russell and Leclerc, Gasly, Bottas, Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Guan Yu Zhou and Mick Schumacher, Albon, Ricciardo, Nicholas Latifi and Lance Stroll, Norris and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson alongside me, as always, to talk you through the action. Can we start by having a chat about Sergio Perez?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? So we're in for an exciting start then, I'm sure, and then they'll all start to settle down a bit and try and find a rhythm as they plan the next phase of the Grand Prix. It's important to know when to push and when to hold back so as not to overcook those tyres early on.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. Sainz is the race leader. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
What a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.